It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the NFC East. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. Coming up next.
In between the cities of Dallas and Fort Worth, it's Arlington, Texas, host to the grand mecca of football, AT&T Stadium, the home of the Cowboys. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen up here in the booth. And Greg, this is one of those games that we're old school. Maybe if it was in black and white, it would be fitting, right? We got a couple of teams who have to hand it off and see their running backs do it on the ground.
It's just so cool, and you mentioned it, Mike. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, this would have been the norm on any given weekend, but we're seeing the game trend to more of a passing-style offense. If you want to score points, it mostly comes through the air. So for these two kind of throwback offenses that rely so heavily on their running backs, for anybody that loves old-school power football, I think we're in for a treat.
We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And off we go from spectacular AT&T Stadium. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their quarterback, it's Jalen Hurts.
He spent a lot of time, Mike, over these last couple days speaking to the media. And the thing that jumped out to me was just how confident he was in his team's preparation ahead of today's game. Now, only time will tell or not whether it makes a difference, but if his confidence is any indication of how they're going to perform, this could be a tough team to beat.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Throwing to begin. It's Hurts. He's going to test this secondary right away. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll be 2nd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Oh, he's got this one complete to Goddard. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Man in motion is Smith. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. That'll be caught left side. It's Goddard.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
On third down, here's Hurts. That's taken in by Dotson. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there, but that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be third down. Here's Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up fourth down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. This one brought in at the 16-yard line. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
First and 10. A first carry now for Rico Dowdle. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
On second down, it's Dak. He's got the open man. That's Jalen Tolbert. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
Pass completed right side to Ferguson. Second down and 8. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Well, Mike, the other day we heard how the offensive coordinator wanted to start fast offensively, but here so far, it's been the pass rush and the defense who's gotten out to the quick start.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
On 4th down, the veteran Brian Anger on to punt for Dallas. Britton Covey deep for the Eagles. He'll take this in back at the 16. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They had the field goal on the opening drive, took the early lead. See if they can improve on that here. 3-0 our score as we begin 1st and 10. Man in motion is Brown. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Once again, it's Barkley. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Hurts will work here from the pistol. Looking to set up the screen there, but he decides not to force it, and it's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. He's trying to find Saquon Barkley coming out of the backfield. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Dowdle. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Prescott now. Throw to the sideline. Well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes, they do, have the first down.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Pistol now for Prescott. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. They'll throw again. Dak. The open man is Tolbert. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Eagles offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's taken in right side by Goddard. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
A 1st down throw for Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And they'll move this one down inside the 40.